Hey everybody. Let's see who's not here. Skipper's not here, so we'll blame it on Skipper. He was holding us up. Yep, yep. No, actually, it's been a comedy of errors today from me not knowing what day it was to what stream and posting the wrong link for the wrong day, the wrong stream, and oh my gosh. So we finally got it together here. So Susie's our guest today, and I had even forgotten that. Don't tell her, I don't want to hurt her feelings. So this is
I
Bob.
can hear you, Bob.
Uh-oh. This is Bob's MO. Be happy on live stream. Don't panic. You're right. You're right, Huawei.
What's Huawei saying? How come I can't see the chat?
He's saying that I'm half an hour late to my own stream, so he's right. Jenny says, hey, Susie. Let's see, there's just a few people in here. So there's Huawei, there's Trash Cat, there is Bruiser, and
What's for dinner, Bruiser? What's for dinner?
I know,
Or you
right?
don't cook on Sunday night, huh?
Jenny said she just made it home, so maybe she has to cook. That's it. We should get some people coming in. Skeleton Friday crew, for sure. That's all right. On both of the streams, Reptales and Tennessee Fish Mafia, we always get a lot of replay, more than live, so that's good. And
Yeah, I love replay.
I always forget to mention them. So anybody that's doing the replay, thank you and welcome. And Floyd, I'm watching you. He puts his beak down on the surface of something and kind of slips along like he's invisible or something. He's
That's so
com-
funny.
he's coming over to my coffee. Floyd, I can see you. There he is. Yeah. Who's in there? It's Susie.
Hi, Floyd. Woo!
He said, I'm not sure if he's excited or if he was concerned about it or what, but I redid his big limb perch that had the swing on it that came with him. I brought it with him and I moved it up from like chest level on me, and I actually hung it up over the mirror. So it's like 2 feet from the ceiling, and his swing can be is suspended under it now. And so he loves the swing. I didn't think he liked it for some reason when I first brought it here. So I put
Sophie didn't like hers either for the first 2 months, and then it was like, yeah, now she likes it.
Well, he was in there on it when I went live, so he's found his way. He heard us.
Oh, good.
Stopped and had hot dogs with our granddaughter. Oh, okay. Well, what about poor Bruiser?
Well,
You
that
see that?
sounds awesome.
Yeah, but Floyd just knocked over my signs that my niece made for me, and I can't believe that was an accident, Floyd. He's like a cat. He likes to knock stuff off. Goes around to see what he can get to fall off. And I still haven't changed the orientation of my phone screen, and I still haven't gotten me a new stick. My stick is broke to hold the phone, so I'm having to hold it unless I prop it up.
Your poor stick. It's seen better days.
Yes,
All I got to say about that.
my stick is broke. Oh, you took him along? Well, that was nice of y'all to take him.
Who took him?
Jenny took. I asked her what about Bruiser? Didn't he get a hot dog? And she said that she took. Trash Cat forgets there are a couple. I cut my audio. No audio.
What?
Can you hear me?
Funny. That's so funny. All this time, no audio. It had to be because they told us what they were eating.
Yeah. I should have audio. Trash Cat hears me. And Susie hears me.
I hear you. I just turned the light on so I could. Oof. It's hot.
Not supposed to talk about that.
Oh, that's right. I'm not going to mention it. Oh,
She was telling me earlier.
oh my God.
Hot down here. If I turn my fan on up here, will it make you feel cooler?
Not in the least. But yes, it probably helped me psychologically.
I don't have socks on, so I'm going to pass that up. My feet will get cold.
Oh. Okay, my mountain dragon seems to be shedding. Let me see if he's shedding.
Which one is it the light stopped working on?
That's the Chinese water dragon.
Okay.
This is my mountain dragon.
Oh, you have us sitting up on top of those lizards.
See that? But he's shedding, so I'm gonna put him back. But
He's
he's
cool.
really much greener than this. It's all good, buddy. Let's see. Can you see him?
Yeah. Why has
Okay.
he got, what, is that a stripe on his side or what?
Now he's shedding. He's starting to shed.
Okay. Oh, it's his
So I'm gonna
leg, I
put him
think.
back. He says thank you. He said thank you. I could hear him.
Yeah.
He's like, why are you picking me up today of all days?
Little raptor. Yeah,
Yeah,
he is. He gave us the eye roll when you were holding him.
I bet he did.
The side eye. Oh, you can hear me now, I guess. It says there we go. Probably muted me and didn't turn me back on.
Huh. I think there's something wrong with this door. I don't know if you can see me. Can you see me? Oh no, good.
Yeah. Do you want me
You
to
can?
take you down?
No, you can. You can. I don't care. It's just that at this door is. There we go. There we go.
Bruiser said, look at them legs. I bet he can run. I bet he can too.
Okay. So this guy has like no legs. Look
Aw,
at him. He's Superman. Look at him. Aw.
he
Don't be
is.
scared.
Who is
Don't be
that?
scared. There you go. This is Sapphire. She is my oldest blue tongue,
Yeah,
northern. Look at saying hello, hello. Look at that tongue. Is she not gorgeous?
she is. She's the reason I got my blue tongue.
She's not real happy here though, so she's going back. I gotta find somebody who's gonna be happy that I'm holding them. Bagel is usually always happy. Come here, Bagel. Oh,
Skinks. Yeah.
okay. Now we got Bagel. You see
Uh,
Bagel?
he's a blue tongue too.
Now this is my bearded dragon.
Okay.
He was rehomed to me several years ago. His family, they were crying when they rehomed him. It was so sad. But they had a douchebag landlord that said no pets. Like, this is a pet. I mean, I know he's a pet, but it's not like a dog or cat or bird.
Yeah, he can't go around and pee on the carpet and stuff.
Right. So they were very upset, but I was happy to get Bagel. He's got to be the sweetest. And Bagel is one of my few bearded dragons that sleep all winter long.
Carrie said that was the biggest skink she's ever seen. Trash Cat said that was the biggest skink I've ever seen.
Oh, really? She's not even full grown on. Well, maybe she is full grown. Yeah, the northerns are pretty big. The northerns are pretty big. I got three of them, and they're all about the same size. Now I
Nell,
can pick up Azure, but let's see if he's happy. She's happy. And they all look a bit different. Now the one I can't pick up is the newest one. Whew, he is not happy being picked up at all, and he's not wild caught either. So I don't know why. But this is the guy that I tried to breed with Mona.
I remember Mona.
Mona is my bearded dragon that lives upstairs,
Yeah.
who my daughter was taking care of her for, I think, about 5 months, 6 months. And during brumation, she killed her and she was having anxiety and she said, "You got to take her back. I'm killing your dragon, blah, blah, blah." I took her back and she was just brumating. So she's fine. She doesn't move around much, like Bagel, too. And this is a
That's
leatherback. He's
well. That's what
probably one of
happened.
my favorites.
That's what happened to my Nelson. You might remember he was my blue tongue. He was brumating and he just didn't. He didn't
Yep.
wake up. I mean, he did a
Yeah.
few times during the winter, but then he just didn't wake up for a long time. And I'm like, I smell something.
Oh, no. Did you?
Yeah, he's gorgeous. He was
Yes, he
big.
was. Yeah.
It was sad.
But yeah. But that was Sapphire. And I believe all three of mine are female. And I really want to try to breed
Oh,
the northern blue tongues. But Azure is the one I got from Underground Reptiles, super affordable, because they knew I had animals to take care of them and said he's got mouth rot. They got him in with mouth rot. Do you want to try to take care
uh,
of him? And I'm like, absolutely.
yeah,
Let me try. Oh, she's eating my hair.
I
Eating my
remember
hair.
that.
So that's Azure. And the other one I got at a show with my granddaughter. I just couldn't resist. I think I was still working at the time.
He's looking at your earring, I think.
Uh-oh. Yeah, we're not having that. Sophie already tried to. Oh, he got my hair in his mouth.
Ah,
I'm sorry, bud. I'm sorry. Now, before the internet hates me, all my bearded dragons right now have water dishes in their enclosure. So I had this huge controversy fight on one of my videos I made, and it was back and forth. It wasn't with me, but it was with two of my viewers. I mean, it went on for pages and pages about shouldn't have water bowls. Of course, they had to have water bowls. And I'm like, I didn't chime in, but it absolutely depends on what your humidity is.
right.
If you have super low humidity, having a water bowl in there on days for watering or bathing is no big deal. You just want to keep it around 40. And some locations where they're at, it's just hard to even keep it at 40. So
Yeah,
I don't have that look. I'm in Pennsylvania. So,
right, right. Well, it's the same. I have agamas, as you know, and that's the closest I have to those guys. And um, you're not supposed to put them, not supposed to soak them. You're not supposed to spray
right.
them, and you're supposed to only let it drip off of plants and stuff. But they don't. They only it's just plastic in there. But they will eat. They'll drink it coming down the side of the tank. And recently they've started eating romaine lettuce. That's all they'll eat. But I've had them
Ah.
a year before they started taking any greens. Of course, they got their vitamins and calcium and stuff on their crickets and worms. But I'm the biggest skink you ever saw, Sam. I'm a big one, I'll tell you that.
Does the camera flip around?
No,
I'm trying to see. I don't see it flipping.
no, it's still looking toward you.
All right. So I don't know if you could actually see. This is one of my, oh, both of them. One's up on that log. That's Vern, and that is Shirley. Let me know if you could see them, Bob, because I can't see what you
Yeah,
see.
I can see them. Yeah.
They are
It,
so cool. Those are two of my leopard geckos. They have lived together since they were born, and they're
I
just living
wish
together.
I wish we lived closer because I would sure rehome my leopard geckos to you.
Oh my God, in a heartbeat, man. Oh, it's not. It's so cool in here. Like, oh, it's so cool. Oh, thank goodness it's cool. I'm looking for my fan. You mentioned a fan, and I had a fan in here. Oh, that's all right. I got.
Well,
I'm sorry for walking around with my camera, Bob.
That's all right. We're scoping things out.
So this is nothing. This is where my Australian tree frog was. And this freezer is really, I don't need it. John has a big refrigerator freezer out in the garage now. So I'm going to take these two down and move over another 4 foot enclosure that I have in my fish room. So that
Hey,
has
Doc
nothing in it.
Anthony.
Whew.
Dr. Anthony, how are you?
Hey, Doc. What's up? Oh, you want to see
Big-
my Chinese water dragon? I really wish I could flip this around. All right, you're
Can't
going to
get.
have to tell me if you see him.
Yeah.
No? Oh,
Sit.
you do?
Yeah. Hanging on the edge of the pen.
Look at his beautiful red chin. Look how
Yeah.
gorgeous he is. He is,
Pretty
I'd say he's about 18 inches.
beautiful. Now, what's that over on the
He
right back
is.
there? Is that a humidity box or what is that back there?
That's a 20-gallon fish tank. That's a
Oh,
fish
for
tank.
him
When
to swim.
he gets in the fish tank, there is a
Okay.
mister up here. Mister, no, mister, it's a fogger. It's a fogger. But I set it up wrong and it's hard to get to refill. So I want to pull it out, set the fogger outside and pipe it in so that I can change it obviously out here where it's easy. And I think that would help tremendously for that enclosure. That enclosure is 6 foot high, 4 foot wide, and 4 foot deep. So that's my largest enclosure.
You made that?
This, yep, this one here is too high. And underneath it is for tortoises when they're not outside. I made all these. These are kitchen cabinets that I use the plan for. And these are like 4 foot enclosures. This is a 4 foot diamond, 1, 2, 3 on top of each other. Another 4 foot, three more diamonds, like 4 foot by 4 foot by 2 foot. I trash picked this amazing enclosure. Whoop, whoop. This is my Euromastics. Let's see if you can see them. He gets a little skittish, but
Yeah, there he goes.
he's gone.
He said,
And
I'll
this
show you.
is I have my Clementine who just came out from under the ground dirt. I'm gonna see if I can pick him up.
I
Let me
just
go this
watched
way.
a Q Aquatics video today on piston air pumps. Vigilum said.
Air piston air pumps, yes. I have
Hang
one and
out
I
this
need
Molly.
to make it go into my fish room. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna put this up here so he can settle down for a second.
Coro.
All right. You might not know that this is a bearded dragon as well. He just does not have any scales. All he has is skin. See
A
that?
scaleless bearded.
This is my silky.
Mm.
So when you breed two leatherbacks, like 1 out of 4 or 1 out of 5 will be this silky, which I think is kind of inhumane. But I saw him in a store. Look at he's all spread out. He's really not skinny. He's just all spread out.
You know, a lot of the more common, like corn snakes and stuff like that, they're breeding to be scaleless, and they cost a
Really?
lot more money. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm sure this guy costs a lot of money, but they don't have a long lifetime. I've had him now 5 years, and he was one when I got him, so he's 6 years old. The only thing is he's very high maintenance, and I think I've said this before, but I don't know if we have new viewers. Is that I gotta give him a soak in a bath a lot more often than I would any of my other beardies. Look at he's all dirty. He loves digging. All bearded dragons do, but he is a digger. And his hammock isn't made out of that like coarse string. His hammock is made out of cloth. Nice, soft, and comfy. And this is Clementine. Hey-yo. I do, after I soak him, I put a little bit of beeswax on him and turn off his heat light because I don't want him to get a sunburn. Yeah, baby. Now he'll probably want to stay out with me the whole time. It looks like it looks like he needs his nails clipped. The tip of his tail was gone when I got him, but because of that, I make sure after his shed that it's always peeled back.
Yeah,
But this is one of my snuggle bugs. This is Clementine.
bless her. Yeah, she's happy.
So I need some assistance in my reptile room trying to figure out this electricity. Like I've got to get it figured out. And I think this is where I'm losing a lot of wattage, if you know what I mean.
What what's going on?
So we were supposed to be setting up these junction boxes. Let me see if he'll hang out on my shoulder and I'll show you my junction box. These junction boxes so that we were no longer daisy chaining anything. And it was like a safer, more efficient way to do it. And they all run on the same line. The top one is timed, the bottom one is steady. Well, I don't think we set it up right because from the time they were set up, my electric bill has been no less than $700 a month. And like now, these 4 months, there's no tortoises in here. So there's one, two, three, four, five, six, seven enclosures that have no lights on, no nights, no heat. My leopard geckos don't need heat because it's fucking hot down here. I got UV on. I just don't know. And some of the plugs don't work. So,
That's crazy.
and I still had to get a couple of extension cords. So something's not right. Something's not right. And I think I just need some professional help. I definitely need professional help. And with the electrical part to get this straightened out so that it's not always weighing on my mind. You know?
Right. How do you pay that bill? Jesus.
I don't. It's horrible. It is absolutely horrible. It's what's one of the main motivators that I might have to move. But I think if I could just get somebody in here to help me fix it the right way, where I don't have all these, why do I have all these extension cords and outlets when I have these boxes? I don't know. And I don't know if I'm capable starting from scratch, like that you really need some know-how and attention span to start from scratch
Right.
and stay with it, where I start from scratch and next thing you know I'm redoing his enclosure and I'm fixing her pond and they can't really be without UV. I mean, they can be without UV for a few moments for a day or two. I'm not worried about that, but they can't be without UVB for like a season.
Right. Oh no.
I am sweating, Bob. Not that it's hot or anything. I'm just saying. Oh, this
You're
guy's
not
so sparkly. Look, he's sleeping.
you're
He
not
fell
used to
asleep.
being behind the camera, I understand.
Right. Whew. This is tough, but it's okay. I'm afraid to open my door because my cat is in heat. And if I open the door and she comes in here, she'll be like up on me all over.
Yeah.
Like there'll be no controlling her. She is in full fledged heat, like never seen before.
Trash Cat said that's a big barrier for me and a pet skink. A lot of maintenance and hot air.
Well, my skinks don't really need it that hot. They get a basking station. They need like all my skinks have a 4 or 5 inch deep litter box filled with dirt. They like to dig. They like to
Yeah.
go under.
Oh
They do
yeah.
come out and bask once in a while, but it's nothing like my bearded dragons or the Uromastics that are always basking. That's a heat sucker upper. That those Uromastics. Holy cow. Because their hot spot is at about 120, 140, whereas the bearded
I
dragon is
always,
just at 100.
I always kept a small heating pad too under the enclosure, under the tank for Nelson, and he had a large piece of cork wood over that, and he liked to go in there almost as much as he liked to bask. He would go back and forth
And you put that inside the enclosure?
underneath it.
Oh, that's my problem. I built this and I didn't think that far ahead, so I have nothing underneath.
Yeah,
What's underneath is actually the roof of the next enclosure.
yeah,
Obviously, I'm not a carpenter. It's it needs a lot of work, but I did the best I could. I just was trying to give all my animals at least 4 feet of space,
right.
and I certainly don't have that many tanks. And I think tanks would have been harder to stack on top of each other. Like it's one thing when you have money, you can buy stackable reptile enclosures, and like they're only like $350 each, and like
Only, yeah,
exactly, exactly. I needed something, and I had I think 12 reptiles at the time, and I just needed something that was doable. And when my kids moved out, I thought this is perfect. And then I started to add almost every enclosure has like a shelf on it to act like a second floor. So give them a little more, walking space, a little more hiding space, a lot more exploring time. Even the skinks, they climb all the time. They're not like a
yeah,
boreal climb, but they climb all the time because they're so big. They're 18 inches.
yeah.
He can literally climb to the top one without even using steps. He just puts his front feet up and then pulls himself up. I'm like, wow, wow.
I was lucky that Nelson rarely tried to do that. He would hardly ever try to get to the top,
Okay,
but
he's
he did
sleeping,
like to
isn't he?
climb.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's wear. She's wearing your earrings.
I'm wearing whose earrings?
She's wearing your earrings.
Oh,
She
oh
got them.
yeah. Now this one, I'm gonna say all my bearded dragons are hunters. This one is not a hunter. This one I gotta feed with tongs, and I gotta make sure she gets the worm or the roach or the cricket in her mouth before I let go of the tongs. So I wait for that tug and let go because she's just not a hunter. Like it can go right past her, or she'll go 3 inches next to it trying to catch it. I'm like, what are you doing?
It's kind of like
Which is
feeding
why
us.
the ice pods are really good in her enclosure because I know she's not eating them. Whereas if I put him in
Right.
Bagel's enclosure, he will dig and eat every one of them. He is an amazing hunter. Yeah, I just put stuff in there and watch him go to town. Don't I, Bagel? Bagel's jealous now because I put him back and have her out. Yeah. Whew.
What's your
I wish
most
my leopard
exotic?
gecko. I wish my leopard gecko would let me pick her up.
What's your most exotic?
I'm gonna say it's not exotic, but it's my 5-year-old Chinese water dragon because you don't find a lot of full-grown water dragons, and I'm not sure why. Clint, his name is, did a video on it once. He tried to get a lot of research, and there wasn't a whole lot out there because they're like caught in the wild and
Yeah,
they don't live very long. Or but mine, maybe they like neglect because mine is doing great. I gave him a lot of space. I gave him water. I assume he's a good hunter no matter what I put in there. I mean, he's fat as can be. So, and then the cat food, let me show you my pate. I tried switching over to dog food when they were like a year, the skinks especially. They won't eat it. They like this Sheba pate
Eva.
cat food. Now, this is very high in protein, so they don't get this all the time. They get this once a week because it is higher in protein than what they need. But I also use, there's this, I want to say dehydrated dog food that I get from my dogs. And I put like a cup of that and 2 cups of warm water and it rehydrates. And then
Yeah.
everybody gets a couple tablespoons and that's more than enough. It's like a great way for me to like change up their diet a little bit.
Yeah.
I very rarely do fruits with any of them unless I grow them myself. I do not trust the fruits in the grocery store. So, and I do have strawberries growing. They do eat the hibiscus flower almost like it was a fruit. The hibiscus,
Yeah.
I guess, is very sweet.
My rats love bananas. It's their favorite.
Is it?
Yep. And rabbits are supposed to love bananas too. We give them to them at the Ark. I didn't know
They
that.
are, but
Somebody told me.
they're not supposed to have them. The only ones I can find with no added sugar are like these dog treats. They're freeze dried bananas chips with
Yeah.
no added sugar.
Well,
And
these are raw.
oh, I give Brownie one slice. It's just a little slice every day. That's it.
Yeah.
Because I don't want him to have too much sugar. Her.
Yeah.
She's a her. Oh, did you wake up? Oh, he's such a snuggle bug, especially after his bath. This is what he does. I can just walk around with him. And in
I
here, it's
thought
not even.
about that.
Huh?
Trash Cat said try giving them bok choy as a treat. The rats,
Oh.
they love just about anything I offer them.
Now my Uromastics like anything green. Anything green. Whether it's dandelions, turnip greens, whatever I can get. They didn't like the cactus beds. The tortoises did, but they didn't. They like anything. Did I tell you one of my Uromastics got out?
No.
He got out, and I'm like, I keep the door closed because of the cat. And I'm looking and looking because I figure if he gets into the tortoise enclosures, well, then he can get up behind or get him. So I was almost ready to give up. And I moved my roller skates because I got roller skates for down here. And there's this big fat gymnastics. I'm like, there you are. There you are, bud. But he was
How long?
cold, so I felt bad.
Yeah. How long was he out?
From the time, I'm gonna say from the time I fed him the day before to the next day when I went in. So I'm gonna assume he got out while I was feeding him and didn't notice. Because as
Yeah.
soon as I'm done feeding him, I close the. There's no way to get out. The only one that can get out is Azura, my the top blue tongue skink, because the slide glass door is broken. I mean, it's not the glass isn't broken, but it doesn't slide. It just kind of like pushes in, falls over. That's right. I wish I had like a handyman for a day down here in my reptile room helping me.
Me and you too. I'm telling you,
Wouldn't that be great?
it would. Sam
And I could
said,
do some help protecting my linear piston air pump in my big fish room.
yeah. Sam's
I
been a
just,
member for 2 years and still no member perks. He says,
oh,
yeah, it'll probably be another two. Hang in there, Sam.
they're coming. They're on the way.
Yeah. Anytime. He does need perks.
Well, just the fact that you recognized him, that's a huge perk.
Yeah, I always call him out. That's one of the perks is I always shout out the members.
So I'm going to take you over to my other blue tongue skink that will not let me hold him.
Okay. Fight, fight, fight.
Do I have him in scope?
Yep.
He is so beautiful in his coloration.
He is pretty.
Or she.
Hey, Craig. Hey, Vincent. Trash Cat says, how many reptiles do you have? She is pretty.
Okay, I'm not going to count the turtles and toward the reptiles. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Mona upstairs. 17, and Crusty Gecko upstairs. 18, plus the turtles and tortoises. Oh, 19. How could I forget my dragon? The first one I pulled out.
That's a good start.
I hear
Yeah.
these loud noises in here.
Oh, you're gonna get a blue tongue, Jenny? You're, you're breaking up, Susie.
Uh, what'd you say?
I said you were breaking up. Now you're back.
Oh, what kind of blue tongue is she getting?
She just said it's a bucket list for.
Oh, if you get like the northern blue tongue skink, you don't have as much humidity levels needed as some of the other ones needed at like 60, 70. The blue tongue skink from the northern part of Australia does not need them that much.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right, Sam. Hold my beer.
So I watch Steamfott's reptiles, right? And she does a lot on her tegu. I love that tegu. Oh my gosh, that is probably a dream pet of mine. But I would have to have an indoor outdoor enclosure for already set up. Like indoors, like this one down here would be perfect for him. But as he gets bigger, no, this would be perfect for Tegu.
Yeah,
This
it would.
is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 4, 28 feet. 28 feet of enclosure. I think that would be good.
You could keep it outside a lot of the time too.
Well, I'd have to build another enclosure. That's my problem with the outside, building the enclosures. I put her back and she's like all mad. She wanted to stay here. But I want to get out sunshine. Oh no, you know who I want to get out? Tanner. This was my baby bearded dragon. I think this is the only bearded dragon I actually bought.
Oh,
This is Tanner. Tanner is about 2 years old. Look, he is. He's about 2 years old. Oh yeah, he's not gonna let me hold him. Look at that. He's just a baby still.
wow.
He's also leopard gecko. I mean leatherback. Bleh. Now he's mad I put him back. Let me get sunshine. I got sunshine on a cloudy day. Nope. I love when they tell me no. They just fan out big and go, whoop. Not today. Now, Milo, he is sharp. He's sharp, sharp, sharp. Hello, Milo. This is Milo. I had Milo and Otis. Oh, look, he's digging too. This is Milo. And he is a regular bearded, like I don't know what to call it, like just regular.
Yeah,
Not just regular, but he is regular.
the normal.
Okay, he's dirty. He is so dirty. They love their digs. Like that's why I said almost all of them, except for the Chinese water dragon does too, has this 6, 7 inch. I think it's not a litter box. It is a cement mixing bucket that they all have filled with reptile dirt, bark, just filled, and then the diggers dig. And I don't think I have anything that's not a digger besides my leopard geckos. They
Jenny
all
Lynn,
love to dig.
Jenny said blue tongues that she's seen are a bit pricey, so she'll have to save up, aka stop buying snakes for a while.
They are. They are ridiculous. When I first started with the northern and thought I wanted to breed them, they're $300. Well,
Yeah,
they're way more than that now for the northerns. I know it's very different for the what's the one that begins with an I with the black legs?
that's the one I had.
Yeah, they're not
He
as expensive.
he was 250, I think, but he was a baby. I mean, he was pretty small, and that
Yeah.
was 3 or 4 years ago, or 4 or 5 years ago.
Oh wow. Did I get everybody out?
No,
Everybody
you didn't.
but the leopard geckos. Now I do have an egg. Did I tell you I have a Central American turtle egg? And it's in the enclosure still. I'm just leaving it there until it's time. It's pretty hot in there in hopes that that is enough. I don't have an incubator, but I'm hoping. And I don't
That's
know
a lot.
anybody with an incubator either.
No, I don't have one. I need to get one at some point. She says that Trash Cat said she saw a fire skink 2 weeks ago that was three something. That seems like an awful lot for a
Holy
fire
cow!
skink.
My fire when I had fire skinks, I think I paid $59 for them.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I
Are
had
you
I
sure
had
it wasn't a different kind of skink? Holy cow! That's a lot of money for a fire skink. Whew.
northerns are 5 to 600. Wow.
Yeah. And to make sure you have a male, it is more than that because I want a male, and I got like it was 300. Then I got went to 350. Thank goodness. I don't want to say thank goodness as Yor was sick. I got her for like 150, and now she's perfectly fine. But I did have to give her intramuscular injections for like 2 months straight and put silver oxide or silver, whatever that is, on her lips. That was horrible, giving a blue tongue skink injections every day.
I bet.
But it was definitely worth it. She was dehydrated. She's the actually the only reptile that I think that I've ever taken to a vet because I wanted to make sure I knew how to take care of mouth rot. The last thing I wanted to do is buy this animal and not know how to take care of it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So even though I told underground reptiles I knew how to do it, I said, I'm fine with it. Don't worry. Then I went to the vet and said, what do I do?
Yeah. It's the best way.
Yeah, well, and I do have a vet. It's across state line, and I don't know about certain laws. They keep trying to change them and taking exotics across state lines. But I live half a block from New Jersey, and over there they take parrots, the birds. They take chickens, all the reptiles, the tortoises. But I got lost. I got lost again, didn't I? That's all right.
Oh, your camera blinked off and on for about 2 seconds.
Okay. So yeah, so I feel very blessed, and I think I just ran into a place where I took. Who did I take to the vet? Oh, my dogs. Max. Remember when Max was dehydrated? I
Yeah.
didn't know that at the time he was sick, and I took him to the vet, and they do exotics there, and that's a lot closer, and that's in Pennsylvania, so I wouldn't have to cross state lines. But they are expensive. Like, there's no insurance for that, is there? Like, holy cow.
No.
I was very lucky that the doctor really cared more about Max than whether I had enough money
Yeah.
because they did not charge me for the hydration. And that's what they got to inject or IV the water under the skin and let him absorb it. But now I go out and check his poop all the time, make sure there's no diarrhea for both of them. So I'm not going through that again. No, because he must have had diarrhea for a whole day before he
Yeah.
started showing symptoms.
Where you noticed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It happens. They sent me a picture of one of the dogs at the Ark this morning that had diarrhea overnight in her kennel. I was
Oh.
I was thinking, Jesus, it was my day off too, because that would have been me cleaning it. So I had them
Yep.
give them some Imodium, pediatric baby dose Imodium.
I took my dog off of kibble and put him on like a rice and boiled chicken diet
Yeah,
for until I saw that he was back to regular. And then now I'm getting away from the kibble. Now that I see that this hydrated raw food is a lot more affordable than I thought it was going to be. So you get like 3 pounds of it, but it actually makes 18 pounds of food.
yeah. It's a lot
So
more digestible too.
you're right, and it smells amazing. And you can see that there's carrots and peas, and you can see the food in it. Like
Yeah,
there's real food.
yeah.
So, and it's raw, not cooked. So that's added benefits. So, but I do still mix it with the kibble, trying to make it last longer. I guess I gotta afford it.
Craig says I buy human mince. What
Human
is
what?
that? Mince, MANCE. Maybe that's rice.
Hmm. I'm not sure what that means, Craig.
Beef. Oh, okay, like mincemeat pie.
Oh, I don't know what mincemeat pie is. Is that beef?
Apparently.
Never had mincemeat pie. I gotta sit. I gotta sit. I know we're almost done, but I gotta sit. Oh, these aching bones. What do we got here? Oh, look at this. This is my Aquashella Chicago. I drove 670 miles in a rented car, slept in a parking lot overnight, and this is signed by all different people.
That's cool.
But that might be the only time I ever get to an Aquashella. So
Yeah,
yeah, I keep that there.
that was awesome. Thank you, Susie.
Yeah, I know a lot of people have already seen it, but I think I'm going to do a lot more videos in here too because I really enjoy it in here when it's not 100 degrees.
Yeah. How do you manage the temperature in there?
I don't. I think it's the heat lights that keep it nice and hot. Even in the winter, the heat lights it's still like 75 degrees,
Yeah.
and that's without heat on down here.
Mine
So
usually
I'm very
runs
blessed.
mine usually runs about 78, but I crack the door to that room and the vent is off. I have it off.
Okay.
And it runs about 78 or so with their heat mats and heat lamps and stuff on. At night,
Right.
it drops down to like 72, which is fine for most everybody.
Right. Now, for me, I'm underground here. So I am underground. Yeah. There's, I think that helps tremendously.
Oh, yeah, for
And all
sure.
the windows, before I put these up, I actually put up, I didn't have insulation, but I put up like things like old sleeping bags and stuff. So it's two pieces of wood sandwiched by all that, taped up
Yeah,
so that it seems to do very well.
yeah. That also, not that it matters, but it soundproofs it. I had to do that to a kennel room at the Ark, and I bought a couple of those egg carton mattresses
Oh yeah.
and used those. And it's just redirecting the sound more than trying to muffle it. So
I'm
it's
gonna
pretty.
show you my mountain lions.
Hold on.
He's in one of these chameleon, 4 foot tall. He's got a
Yeah.
bucket about 5 gallons of water underneath. And I keep all these wood things up by using garden arches.
Yes.
And then I just put things sideways and it's been pretty sturdy for a long time.
I've got to repair mine. I fell into it one night. Uh, I don't remember who it was after a stream. It was Ed and Skipper and Pam.
Drinking too much, were you?
No, I just was sitting in a chair that tipped over when I leaned too far
Oh
in, showing
no,
my
that's
face.
horrible. And here I
So
am making fun of you. I'm sorry.
sometimes I'd like to have a drink, but
Not
not.
me.
No, you
Now,
can't. I go to pain management, and I never know when they're going to say, "Here, pee in the cup." So it ain't
Oh, okay.
it ain't worth it. I
Right,
got to
right.
get my epidurals. All right. Was anybody have any questions for Suzy?
This was fun. I love showing off my animals. I don't.
I don't know if June's going or not. Does anybody know? I didn't see her in here.
Who?
June. Um, only Oscars.
You with me? Somebody keeps calling me, and I don't know how to make it stop.
Oh, all right. Yeah, only Oscars, June. Jenny Lynn says she wants to see some videos. Nothing for June. Okay. Oh, I guess we lost Suzy, huh? Let me see if she's back there. She's not. So we'll go ahead and sign off. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it. It's a nice stream, nice tour. See y'all Sunday, I hope, in Susie's stream, and then again in Tennessee Fish Mafia. Her reptile room does look awesome, doesn't it? Yeah. Bobby P. Who's Bobby P? Hey, Vincent. Hey, bye, Vincent. I think I said hello. See you guys. And we're out of there.